I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
What's up, truthers? False flag, link. The Syrian passport found next to suicide bomber was definitely a forgery. And that was off Zero Hedge, and this is off the Independent. Paris attacks. Passport may have been planted by a terrorist. Now, we all know that passports are some of the toughest material that we have ever seen on planet Earth. They can withstand suicide bombers. They can withstand planes blowing up into buildings. And they look perfectly normal. Now, how do you explain that? But this wasn't planted by terrorists. Okay, it was planted by the real terrorists that want to invade and have a pretext for war in the Middle East. Paris under attack. Was it a false flag or a pretext for NATO to intervene in Syria and the Middle East? That's exactly what this is about. Paris attacks was a false flag, just like 9/11. It's a false flag to persuade the population to intervene in the Middle East or intervene in whatever agenda they have up their sleeve. And it's probably Syria and the Middle East. Because the Iraqi war has kind of died down and they have to put more fear within the people. More fear. Oh, ISIS, they're in our borders. That they're in our countries. And we have to stop them. We have to stop their origin. We have to stop where they come from. We have to intervene in Syria and the Middle East and stop this before it spreads like a virus. And we have to declare martial law, just like France. France orders borders closed. Paris under first mandatory curfew since 1944. That's pretty much martial law, fellas. That's martial law right there. I have to tell, for all the French friends that I have on Facebook, do not let them trade your freedom for security. Do not let them do that. Because what's going to happen, just like we saw with 9/11 over here in the U.S., not me, because people like us, we saw this coming, but we traded our freedom for security. More laws, more regulations, more Big Brother, and we saw way too much control, way too much 1984 George Orwellian society. Do not let them make y'all into that 1984 Orwellian society. Because with this right here, with this false flag event that has happened in your country, y'all are going to see more. Y'all's lives will never be the same if y'all let them trade y'all's freedom for security. Y'all's lives will never be the same. Our lives over here in the U.S. is not the same since 9/11. And you have to stand up and fight for this, or it's just going to continue to get worse. This is off Fox News. Truthers claim Paris attacks was false flag. Of course, it was a false flag. Just like I stated, do not let them trade your freedom for security. Because get ready, it's about to get worse. You've already declared martial law. You're about to have more of your freedoms taken away. You're about to go into a war, a very long war, into the Middle East. It's going to cost y'all lots of money. And the U.S., we are probably going to be over there with y'all, along with NATO and some of the European countries. I'm just trying to wrap my finger around what is exactly the main focal point of why we are going over there. I still haven't wrapped my finger around that. I think it's something to do with Russia. I just can't wrap my finger around it. I think it's something because Russia's trying to create allies and friends because, oil is one of the main things to try to control right now. That is oil is worth more than gold right now. And I just still trying to wrap my head around it. I don't know exactly the main cause, but It's just like 9/11. This is a false flag for pretext in the Middle East. And just get ready, France. You're going to be over there for a while, and your freedoms and liberties will be taken away. You got to fight for your future, for your family's lives, and don't let them put fear into your minds. Because fear is what they did with 9/11 over here in the U.S. Nuclear weapons, terrorists, nuclear weapons. They fed that to us all every day. They put fear into us to where they put us into a state of fear to where we traded our freedoms for security. Don't let them do that over there. Now, just let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will be doing a follow-up video to cover more. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Until next time, keep truthing and have a good one.